Bet you got nobody home to make your day better. Some brand.
What is up, my fellow patrons and also channel members? This month, just like every other month, I left you guys with a poll so you guys can vote on what video you guys wanted to see this month in the beautiful month of December. There were 4 options and you guys chose talk about the South Carolina toe sucker. It's a video on a channel called Investigation Discovery on a series called My Strange Criminal Addiction. So to my patrons, to my channel members, I have one question. Do you like toes? Or are you lactose intolerant? That joke didn't even make sense. Just like the video we're about to talk about. Someone actually sent me this video and they wanted me to talk about it on the main channel. We're, talking about the notorious South Carolina toe sucker. Notorious. Have you heard about Stalin? Ted Bundy? Yeah, this guy's right up there. The program starts with this very ominous slide. This program contains material that may be disturbing to some viewers. They have these Sweet 16 transition slides.
Like any other man, they like breasts or butt. I like feet.
Love at toe sight.
I like feet.
That's worse than my opening joke. There's no rhyme or reason here. You just threw toe in a saying. Who are you guys paying your hard-earned money to write shit like this? Hire me! I can flip this into a banger in 2 seconds. Ready? Boom. Soulmates. So Joe talks about how he just asks random women to kiss their feet. It's an adrenaline rush for him. So some women actually let him do it. And then once he gets down there, he loses control and he just has to suck their toes. By the way, I actually thought this was Joe reenacting himself in these criminal situations for the longest time. But after some deliberation, I don't think it's him. Because I was about to say, that shit is wild. It's like having a cokehead reenact his relapse.
Once Joey Leapart gets permission for an innocent kiss, he feels a compulsion to take it further.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. The normal guy who asked to kiss my feet in public was a creep. I know. Can't trust anybody these days.
I suck their toes, whatever.
I got it by now. Oh yeah, look at that B-roll. That gets me excited to watch more. This type of B-roll with the fucking 3D overlay, love it.
It's in my mind. What they smell like, taste like, they look like.
Was this interview 5 minutes long? Hey, can you just tell us that you like feet a bunch? Uh-oh, toe sucker lore coming at you. Joe says he's liked feet since he was 5. And people always say, oh, I've been doing this since I was 5. Am I the only one who barely remembers shit before like 8? It's all a blur. I remember like moments, but I don't remember my fetishes.
I was little, the girls, my sister friends, they was, had pretty little feet, and I just liked to paint their toenails, rub lotion on their feet. They thought I was like a sissy, because I wanted to play with the girls, but really all I wanted to do was paint their toenails.
So I guess you were like a fruit by the foot? Pay me. Why am I not getting the bag? Ugh. Joe's been arrested 20 times for foot-related crimes, and he's still on the loose.
Sometimes he just asks women if he can take a picture of their feet.
Isn't it funny how someone like this could have a combo with you, and they could be like, ugh, you eat ass? Bitch, you sucking on bunions.
He had a book that thick of pictures. I mean, just picture after picture. There'd be 8 pictures on the page of his face next to women's feet.
Then they bring in a girl to talk about an interaction where she was violated by Joe. There she was getting Christmas presents for orphans, and old pervy Joe comes up like, hey, you like Bob Saget? I'm not joking. I partially am. He asked if she knew about America's Funniest Home Videos. And me saying, hey, you like Tom Bergeron is less funny.
He said, have you ever heard of America's Funniest Home Videos? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. You haven't heard of fucking America's Funniest Home Videos? That's my shit. Watch it every night. Why, what's up?
Can I get a picture of your feet?
Bless you. Love you.
And then he said, well, can I actually kiss your foot? It's, it's just a joke,
I guess so, yeah. That's okay.
Are women in South Carolina not too privy to the concept of a creep? I don't know. I get how maybe you could fall for something like this, but for this guy to have a Bible of feet? A little bit disappointed in you, South Carolina. I am.
Before I knew it, I looked down and he'd grabbed my foot and shoved it right in his mouth. I was like, you need to go. That's when he made that little nasty comment, something like it tasted good.
She has some delicious tasting feet.
Why do you look and sound like a toe sucker? So this girl later figures out Joe has a criminal record, and her dad tries to file a report with the police. However, since she technically gave Joe consent to be on her toes, they couldn't really do anything. So her dad put out an article in the newspaper, which for the younger crowd, that's like retweeting someone's old edgy tweet to, you know, get them in trouble. This is now the next victim. This girl here is pulling stuff out of her cart in a grocery line, and
He just took his gum out of his mouth, and as she was raised up on her toes reaching into her shopping cart, he placed the gum where he knew her foot would come down on it.
And then I felt something warm between the bottom of my flip-flop and the bottom of my foot. And I turned around to see who it was and what it was, and it was Joey. And he's just smiling at me.
It just fell out of my mouth.
Are you kidding me?
I was in line to pay for my drink. I dropped my gun by accident.
Can I have it back?
I said, no, you don't need your gum. You need to back away from me because I'm calling the police now.
what a weird fucking Looney Tunes way of trying to taste somebody's feet. The guy got screwed here because they recognized him off the article. The lady called the cops, and Joe actually served 52 days in jail for assault because during the fucking Looney Tunes thing, he actually touched her leg with no consent. If he's done this so many times, he's clearly gonna reoffend. Keep the key. Throw his ass away. It's funny because the entire comment section is, I have a foot fetish, but this guy makes us look bad. We can control ourselves, which I think is like a defensive response because this idiot is being so closely paired with just a foot fetish in general. By the way, what the fuck is wrong with people like this? 200 likes? How? There's way more videos like this in terms of my strange criminal addiction, and I think these are the short versions. I think there's longer versions. I don't know that to be true entirely, but I don't know. I think this would have been a cool main channel video, and I obviously would have, tried to put more into it than just what I'm doing right now, but I think it was fun to do. I hope you guys were entertained by it. I hope you liked it. And if you did, tell these other people that are sleeping on it. But either way, happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Shout out to you guys for supporting me so much and helping me in a very hectic time in my life, but a very exciting time in my life as well. Thank you as always. I am Mr. Gigi, and I am out.